Sir. So, in the legislature, I think, has actually done more than my budget, just simply because when we did the budget, then DOT later had to do an update after that. So the legislature, I think, is meeting that, and I think that there's pretty broad support across the board that these are really worthwhile projects. I mean, this is something that helps really produce jobs. It helps with the economic vitality of the region. It has longer of the immediate region, Northeast Florida, and then other ports, but it really has a larger impact. And so just from core infrastructure, I mean, this is some of the best you can do. But I think most people in the legislature realize when you look at things like roads, when you look at all these other things, we have a growing state. You know, I always tell people, there's some governors like, please come to my state. Like, people just come. I mean, you know, it's a free country. I'm not out begging, but we lead the nation in net in-migration since COVID. I mean, and why not? We have the lowest per capita tax burden in the United States. We were a free state, and we opposed a lot of those draconian policies that you saw, including having our kids in school, which was very important. We're also a law and order state. We will make sure we do whatever we need to do to keep communities safe. That's not true in many of these parts of the country. So there's been a lot of reasons why people want to do that. And also just visitation. We set a record for domestic tourism in 2021. We beat the pre-COVID numbers, and I think we're probably on pace to have just as good a year or better in 2022. But all that being said is, you know, that just requires investment in infrastructure. And so we're doing that. I think the legislature's doing it, and I'm confident they will meet or exceed what we put in our budget, and we look forward to being able to help. We also did a lot to help the ports when COVID hit, and different ports had different problems. Some of the ones that are more cargo heavy, you know, they were able, I mean, there was obviously disruptions, but some that were more cruise ship heavy, I mean, they had huge reductions. And so we came in to try to help alleviate that, and I think they were very appreciative of that, and we look forward to doing more. Now, I think, you know, our legal folks, you know, have a lot of concerns about, you know, what it was. But I put it out because some people were saying, even though I thought very clear, oh, he's not, no, he's not going to actually veto it. Yes, I am. Okay. What makes you think, after seeing me for however many years, what makes you think when I say I'm going to do something that I'm not going to follow through? I mean, it's just the reality. I don't make declarations lightly. You know, I know there's a lot of moving parts, and so I always want to make sure. I don't want to say I'm going to do something and then not do it. So when I say, you know, you expect this, they should expect it. And I think we had a lot of legislators who were calling our office saying, you know, well, they say it's a bluff or whatever. I don't bluff. Like, I'm just not going to do it. So let's get together and try to have a compromise on some of those issues. And so, but you know what? They have their prerogative to do that. And, you know, my prerogative is when it hits my desk, I have to take action on it. That's not true with the state legislative maps. It goes straight to the court. But for whatever reason, the congressional process is a little bit different. So if I'm part of that process, you know, I think it's important to let everybody know where I stand in that process.